Women who are financially successful in their lives, successful in their careers or business, they tend to have a much higher rate of staying single or being in relationships with a really emasculated man where they are just quite unhappy, where their needs are not getting met. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why and what you can do about it if you happen to be a relatively successful woman yourself. So hello, I am Zach Rohde, and I am here to help you create the relationship of your dreams by learning how to inspire a man into cherishing you and becoming the man that you need. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Be sure to hit that notification bell below so that you get notified about future videos, and hit like on this video because I'm going to make sure it's a good one for you. Okay, so what is going on here? Why is it that women who are able to succeed in so many areas of their life tend to have the most trouble in their love life? Many successful women, especially, will often attribute it to men being insecure and intimidated by their success, which ruins the relationship or ruins the dating experience where you just get scared off in some kind of way. And there is some truth to that. I'm not going to say there's no truth. Men who are more emasculated, who are weaker, who are not strong and solid in themselves, will tend to be intimidated by a woman's success and be intimidated by a lot of things in a woman. However, this is the but. The more feminine a woman is, the more vulnerable she is, the more radiant she is, the more she uses feminine communication, the more that she lets go of control. All the things that I teach our students in our academy program, and also will show you on our master classes at polaritymasterclass.com, the more that you shift into those traits, which are who you really are. Okay, we're not going to get too much into that in this video, but it's really who you are. The harder it is to intimidate a man, even if he's relatively emasculated. Because there's nothing intimidating about a feminine woman. There's something intimidating for a masculine woman who is successful, who is more guarded, who is in her power, we'll call it. Like, when I say that, I don't mean that a feminine woman is disempowered. It's just that she's taking on this energy of power, which is masculine, and that does intimidate men. Even if she's unsuccessful in her love life, that can be intimidating to men. And when I say men, I'm talking about more emasculated men. Masculine men, dominant men, are not intimidated by a woman regardless of her level of success, regardless of how masculine she is, regardless of anything that she is doing or has going on in her life. But those men will not be attracted to a woman who is masculine. They just won't be interested. You will be very unlikely to meet those kind of men if you are more masculinized as a woman. And it's independent of your success. I'm just going to give you an example here. I have quite a few relatively very successful women that I work with. And some of those men that they're now with, are less successful, we'll call it. Not necessarily bums, but they're just less successful overall. And they've been able to create incredible polarized relationships with these men, and also with men who are more successful too. We got a bunch of those as well, because they are shifting into their feminine energy, because they're using feminine communication, because they're vulnerable, because they're letting go of that power energetic. And these men are not intimidated by their success. Because like I said, it's not about the success that's the issue. What happens is women who tend to be more on the masculinized spectrum have traits like ambition, like working really hard, like being perfectionists, persevering, not giving up, all of that kind of stuff, which makes them much more likely to be financially successful in career and successful in business. And those exact same traits are what tend to make them relatively very unsuccessful in their love lives. That kind of sucks. What do you do? What do you do if you're an ambitious, successful woman? Are you just stuck? Is there no way to have love because you have those traits? No, you can have love. You can have a masculine man who is stepping up and cherishing you just adoring you, giving you everything that you need, and he's fully in his power and you're fully attracted to him, and it's a sustainable level of polarity where he is leading the relationship and you feel fully safe to let go and open up and be taken care of. But it's not about getting rid of those traits that I talked about, the ambition and the perseverance and all that stuff. Those are fine. It's about cultivating your feminine traits that are actually traits that you are suppressing unconsciously, that you're afraid of showing. So your masculine traits end up acting as this kind of prison that you're stuck in that you can't get out of. You use them at work, and then you also use them when you're dating or at home with a man. You can't get out of it because you're afraid of truly letting go. You're afraid of opening up. You're afraid of being fully vulnerable with a man. You're afraid of being permissive with the man. You're afraid of letting him have all the control and power in the relationship. Even if for some of you, you might really want that. Some of you might have a lot of resistance to that, but some of you might be fully in touch with that need already for the man to have all the control in the relationship, and that he uses that control and power for you, to take care of you, to cherish you. But you have to be willing to do the work of letting go of the masculine energy, of the control. When you do, men are not going to be intimidated by you. Not even emasculated men. Even if you're successful. Even if you're rich. Just doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Men don't care about your success. Emasculated men care about your success because they identify with their own success and will see you as kind of competition in a kind of way and believe that you're out of their league. But really masculine men, they just don't care about your success one way or the other. It's like they're okay if you make lots of money and if you're successful. Now, masculine men certainly might have a preference that you don't spend that time and energy being successful, because then you're not spending that energy and time cultivating your feminine energy. You're not spending that time at home. The other part of this problem is that most successful women, to one extent or another, really believe that their success in some way makes them valuable and believe that it's something that a man would want. Now, an emasculated man would. Okay, like, you got to understand, there is a vast difference in men. The more emasculated a man is, the more wounded he is because he's not in his power. He's not strong. He doesn't have that strong desire to lead a woman, take care of a woman, cherish a woman, be a woman's leader. Those men might be attracted to a woman that's quite successful, even if he's really intimidated at the same time. Some of those men anyway. But really masculine men, they couldn't care less about how successful or unsuccessful a woman is. Right? You could have a really successful business, or you could be working at McDonald's and be unemployed, and it really doesn't matter. Taking my own past experience, when I was certainly not successful myself in life, financially, in my career, my business, I sought out a woman who was, at least relatively successful. It didn't mean a ton to me, but I wanted her to at least not work at McDonald's. I wanted her to have some kind of career path so that we could, build together and make lots of money together so that I would have to work less hard. And when that shifted, when my masculine instinct came fully online, it's like, I wouldn't have cared if she worked at McDonald's. I wouldn't care if she's unemployed. I wouldn't care if she has no marketable skills, because it's my job to take care of a woman. It's my job to take care of my wife. It's my job to financially provide for her. Whether she's also making income, that's a very secondary thing. I need to be fully capable of fully taking care of her and our family by myself, regardless of what she puts in. And so that's more of the mindset of a masculine man. It's like, I got things handled. Because really masculine men tend to also be quite financially successful. That's the other thing. Not every single one, but there's definitely going to be a correlation there. There's also lots of very financial men who are definitely not masculine. Lots of successful men that are actually quite emasculated. Point is, masculine men don't care about your success nearly as much as you probably think it's important. Okay? It does nothing for a man. Whereas for a woman, it's like you're definitely going to be more turned off if you find out that a man that you're dating works at McDonald's versus if he has a successful multi-million-dollar business, or if he's a lawyer or a doctor or something very successful, right? Because your feminine instinct is going to be attracted to a man that is capable of providing. Now, of course, there's many other traits that a man needs to have, and you definitely can still be attracted to a man even if he's not successful in that way, but it's definitely going to help, right? And the more a woman's instinct is online, the more that you need that. You need that security. You need to know that he can provide and take care of you in that way, and take care of you in every other way as well, like being able to lead you, being able to protect you, all of that. But men don't care because we need something very different. So if you care about that, you need to look more at what a man is really attracted to. And I'm talking about specifically masculine men, because you probably don't want to attract an emasculated man. If you want a really masculine man in your life, or if you're in a relationship right now and you want him to become more masculine and get his instinct much more online and start providing for you, then you need to cultivate your feminine traits. You need to learn how to let go of control. You need to learn how to communicate with him with the utmost respect, even reverence. You need to learn how to be fully vulnerable. You need to be fully in your heart. You need to learn how to be in your feminine self-worth. You need to be in that energy where you're not controlling anything. You don't need to control anything. You're just expressing. You're not penetrating him in any kind of way. When you learn how to do that, attracting really masculine men, or inspiring a man that you have already to be the most masculine man he can be for you, becomes really easy. And you don't even have to try to do anything at all. Because now you're being the kind of woman that kind of man needs to activate his masculine instinct and be as inspired as possible into taking care of you. To be the masculine pole, be the provider, be the protector. That's what turns him on instinctually as well as sexually. It's what gives him purpose in the relationship. It's what makes him feel like a man with you. Right? That's the other big thing, is that the more successful a woman is and the more that she's doing her own thing because she's independent and powerful and all that stuff, there's no place for the man to be the man in the relationship, and that's going to turn him off. It's not necessarily going to intimidate him, but it will turn him off for sure. So if you want to learn how to attract that masculine man or inspire that man into cherishing you, taking care of you, being the best man that he can be for you, come join our next Polarity Masterclass. We will teach you how to communicate in this way. We will show you how to let go of control. We'll show you how to be the feminine woman that you really are. You can go to polaritymasterclass.com. You can also go below this video, check out the description where it has that link and all my other important links for my other offers where we help you solve this problem, where we help you attract and inspire the kind of devoted man that you need to attract and inspire the kind of devotion that you need in your love life. You can have it. It's all just a choice.